Two-thirds of crime victims were either not satisfied with the way the Garda dealt with them or didn't report the crime to the Garda at all, according to a new report published today. The Garda Public Attitude Survey also found more than half of those asked didn't think the force was either well-managed or a world-class police service. Almost 4 in 10 don't believe the police service tackles crime effectively.
This survey of 6,000 people was carried out by an independent company last year to determine how people feel about crime and the work of the Garda. It found that most, 85%, trust the Garda and find them friendly, helpful and community focused. However, the levels of satisfaction with and confidence in the Garda were lower amongst those who have been victims of crime, burglary, criminal damage, assaults and bike thefts. 41% of victims were dissatisfied with the Garda. 19% of those were very dissatisfied, and over a quarter didn't report the crime, largely because they believed the Garda would not or could not do anything, or that the crime was not serious enough.
The figures are not what we would like them to be, but we have to accept what they are. And in that context, what I'm saying to you is that we're fully committed through the modernisation and renewal programme to improving on those figures. If one victim of crime is unhappy with the service we provide, well then that's one too many.
The survey also shows that the public want the Garda to prioritise crimes against the person rather than property and focus on sexual offences, legal weapons, robberies and assaults. They considered public order, traffic offences and criminal damage to be low priority.
Some people might think, well, the guards sitting on the side of the road, they should be off catching real criminals, but it's about keeping people safe in one way or the other. And at the same time, with the roads policing perspective, one of our priorities in the modernisation programme is denying criminals the use of the roads. Travelling criminals, we've been quite successful at stopping them travelling throughout the country in one form or another and arresting them and being very proactive.
In the wake of the closure of Garda stations, the importance of having a station in an area is illustrated by the fact that people living within 3 kilometres of one believed there was less crime than those living 10 kilometres or more away.
Paul joins us now. Paul, an overview really of the report means that it's not good news for the Garda.
No, the Garda here this morning accepted that clearly there's a lot of work that needs to be done to change the attitude of the public towards how the Garda investigate crime and indeed in the work that the Garda do in general. I mean, when you have figures like 38% of people saying that they don't believe the Garda are effective in tackling crime and a majority of people saying they don't believe that the Garda is a world-class police force and specifically that the Garda Siochana is not well managed, then that is a problem for Garda management. However, the Chief Officers did take issue with some of the points in the report this morning. For example, roads policing was seen as a low priority for people responding to this survey, but the Garda would say that that will continue to receive a high priority because they have reduced the number of deaths on the roads and squad cars on the roads are also used to intercept armed or travelling gangs that are moving around the country committing crimes, robbing, burglarizing, that sort of thing.
Victims here were not satisfied with the way Garda dealt with them or didn't report the crime at all, according to a report published today. The independent survey of 6,000 people also found 85% trust the Garda and find them friendly, helpful and community focused.
This survey found that most people, 85%, trust the Garda and find them friendly, helpful and community focused. However, confidence was lower among victims of crime, particularly victims of burglary, criminal damage, assault and bike theft.
If one victim of crime is unhappy with the service we provide, well then that's one too many.
The survey found that 41% of victims were dissatisfied with the Garda. 19% of those were very dissatisfied, and over a quarter didn't report the crime, largely because they believed the Garda would not or could not do anything, or that the crime was not serious enough.
We are calling for a victims of crime bill to be implemented urgently to give effect to the new directive to give minimum rights and information support and protection to victims of crime. The Garda are aware that there are issues. We will be using with them in identifying those issues, and we are calling for an independent and accountable and transparent complaint procedures for victims of crime in order to deal with any issues raised.
The survey also found that people living within 3 kilometres of a Garda station believed there was less crime than those living 10 kilometres or more from one. But today, Garda management defended the closure of some stations.
I'm in the business of policing and protecting the people, and I understand how they feel, but they would get a better service if I had people to go quickly to respond to incidents, as distinct from one man in a station.
The Garda Siochana accepts it has a lot of work to do, particularly in light of the findings that 4 in 10 people do not believe the Garda tackle crime effectively, and that the majority of people do not believe it's either a world-class police service or well managed.